G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to have a look at a neat little drone that I picked up off Temu. This was on sale for around 23 Australian dollars. I thought I'll check it out because this actually looks like a imitation or toy grade version of the DJI Neo Whoop style drone. As you see on the box, this is mainly aged for the younger crowd at 8 years plus. And this one is actually called the V66 drone. I noticed online there are a couple of rebrands of this drone under different names or different model numbers, but they're essentially all identical. Now on the side of the box is some of the features. We have a camera, of course. It does have headless mode, cool lights, gesture manipulation, it says here, obstacle avoidance. It's got optical flow sensor on the bottom. It says it's got a large capacity battery and it works off an app. Now, of course, you can get these in a couple of colors. There's the orange one and also a yellow one as well. This does have some pretty cool looking LED lights. So anyway, let's get out of the box, guys. We'll have a look at this drone quickly and then we'll take it out for a flight. Okay, so here's the contents of the box. I've actually got it upside down at the moment, but we do get the charging cable for the battery. And take this blister pack off. There's the drone, there's the transmitter. Also got the phone holder there. This does run on a Wi-Fi app. And in this little bag, got a prop tool and looks like 2 sets of props in there as well, spare props. We also have some paperwork here. Here's the little user manual. And everything you need to know will be in there. It'll be in a few different languages, so check that out if you do buy this drone. And we also have the app operation guide here with all the different QR codes for the app that we're going to use for this particular drone. Now the transmitter is pretty small, but that's expected for this type of drone, being that it's marketed towards the younger age group, 8+. So they obviously, made it smaller for little kids to be able to operate this little quadcopter. Now, have an on-off switch just there. Everything's clearly labeled. We've got an automatic takeoff, automatic land. This is your gyro reset, as well as a light button. Got some trimmer functions here, 360 flips, as well as, I think this is the obstacle avoidance sensor to turn that on. And looks like we got the controls for the camera up and down tilt for this drone. Now it does take 3 AAA batteries, which you have to provide for yourself. Okay, so here is the V66 mini drone. As you can see, its styling is based on the DJI Neo, except it's a bit smaller, and obviously this is a toy grade quadcopter. We do have brushed motors throughout, and they've even put like the option menu on the top of this one. It's just a sticker, obviously that doesn't work. Got an on and off button just there, and as you can see, very bright LED lights. I just saw the camera quickly flick up and down as it calibrated itself. Now this camera can actually tilt all the way up and all the way down, so it's got a 180-degree tilt. So that's pretty cool to have a camera on a toy grade like this for around 20 odd bucks to actually tilt all the way up as well as down. It does have a few sensors on the bottom here. One would be an obstacle avoidance sensor. I think there is the optical flow sensor camera just on the bottom there as well. Okay, we've got a little sensor on the front here to detect anything in front of it. But yeah, other than that, pretty cool little quadcopter, guys. The battery is located on the bottom. Just press that out and it slides out. And as you can see, this is a 580 milliamp hour battery, 3.7 volt modular battery, and you can just charge it up with a Type-C plug, just like so. Now for the camera specs itself, I actually couldn't find anything online when I looked at the listings. So I'm thinking that it might be a 720p camera, maybe 1080p at best, but I'm leaning towards maybe a 720p camera. That's what you usually get on cheap drones like this. They did, however, state the frames per second for capturing video files is 30 frames per second. But other than that, they didn't really mention a spec for the camera. So once I actually fly this drone and have a look on the computer, the actual video files that I get off the phone app, I'll be able to tell you what sort of specs it is. Like I said, I'm thinking it's maybe 720p. So anyway, guys, let's take it out for a flight and see how the little V66 DJI Neo toy grade knockoff performs for 23 Australian bucks. Okay guys, I've got the little V66 drone out here. I'm take it for a flight around the pond. Now I'm going to turn it on. Okay, and then we'll turn the transmitter on, up and down to bind. Okay, now it's bound, as you can see there. Now to calibrate the gyros, there's 2 sticks down to the outside, and the lights flashed a couple of times. Alright, all I have to do now is hook it up to the app. Now I actually forgot to bring the phone holder to hold my phone. So I'm going to hook it up to the app, and then I'll just have the phone in my pocket as I'm flying it. So I'm just going to hook it up now. I'll start a screen recording of the app, and I believe it's called Wi-Fi UAV. I'll put it up on the screen, the name of the app, and yeah, we'll take it for a flight. Okay, so I've got the screen recording going of the app. As you can see, we are connected to Wi-Fi, and you can tilt the camera down or up using these buttons here. Alright, so the camera can go all the way up. So I'm going to put this in my pocket. I'm going to start a recording. There we go, it looks like we're recording. I'm just going to put that in my pocket, and we'll take this for a flight, guys. The little DJI Neo toy grade. I'll make sure I get away from some of these trees. We'll put it up in the air. Okay, so here we go. I should have the app recording at the moment. Automatic takeoff button. And I have to put it straight in third rate so I can fight this bit of wind here. Adjust the camera down a little bit. It's actually doing not too bad, hovering on the spot. There is a bit of wind around, and optical flow positioning sense is working great. Try not to take it too far away, in case a gust of wind pushes it into a tree. A pretty neat agile flyer so far. I am in third rate. I'm not going to get out of third rate because it will get blown away, just like it did when I first took off. Now obviously this drone is probably suited mainly for indoor flying, but I like to fly these outside when I can. All right. Now let's see where the flip button is. It's just up the top here. Okay, didn't want to do a front flip. Let's see, no. Sideways. All right, so it wouldn't do a front flip. It does rolls though. Okay, so it won't do a front or back flip. This one just does either left or right roll. It actually looks pretty cool. They definitely got that, you know, replication of a DJI Neo in the looks department, except obviously it's a toy grade quadcopter. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if that landing button works. First off, I'll just check that the app is recording. Looks like it stopped. All right, we're back on now. We are recording. Because I had the phone in my pocket, I wasn't too sure whether it was recording or not, but we're recording again. We should be anyway. Yeah, it's saying there's a counter on the screen. So I might just leave that on the ground actually, so I can see what's going on. There may be an issue with the app, I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to include where it, you know, froze up. I'll just include any of the footage that I get. Fighting a bit of a wind here. So what was I going to do? I was going to check if the automatic landing works. So let's try that. Alright, it's working. It's going to land itself in my hand. Alright, let's do that again. Take off. Nice. Like I mentioned on the bench when I was doing the overview, there was no specs for this camera. I'm suspecting it's probably 720p just by looking at the phone resolution. They did state around 30 frames per second. Still in third rate, guys. I'm not going to get out of third rate. There's no point. Whoa! That sharp turn made it lower its altitude just then. Doesn't look like we're in LVC though, because the lights seem solid on the framework there. Okay, I'm just looking down at the ground just to see. Oh, dropping down to get a little bit there. That might be the wind playing a bit of interference with the barometer maybe. Looks like I'm still recording. That's cool. See if I can do some more flips. Bring it up. Let's see, where's the flip button? Just there. Okay, no more flips, and I can see the lights are flashing a little bit. And now I've got a warning beep on the transmitter. Below voltage. Pretty decent little flyer though. It's pretty agile. Okay, there we go. I'm going to end that recording just there. Alright, so we got some footage there from the Wi-Fi UAV app that I can include in this video. So anyway guys, that's the review on the new V66 mini drone. That looks like a DJI Neo. Pretty neat little flyer, guys. It does fly pretty decent outdoors, even with a little bit of wind. And yeah, if you want to pick up one of these guys, I'll leave a link to this particular one as well as the rebrands that they go under in the description below. Like I said, I did buy this off Temu for $23 Australian. That was during the end of financial year sale, but that has ended now, so it's probably back up to around $38, $39 Australian now. So what I'll do, I'll have a look maybe on AliExpress or Banggood and see the best price I can find for this drone, and then I'll post them in the description and pin comment, guys. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this quick review on the V66 drone. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Always great to have you on board. And yeah, stay tuned for many more videos coming up soon. I'm a little bit behind on some reviews, so I've got a lot to post up in the next couple of weeks. All right guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.